So this week, Ryan's retail stereotype.
Well, this week, it's the customer that takes the cart home with them. Now, you know, somebody might say that's listening or watching, why would you take the cart home with you? Or, like, who takes the cart home? When have you ever seen somebody take the cart home? Well, in some of the areas where, like, we have stores in neighborhoods, really, Katanning is the one where it's not in a complex. It's in a neighborhood. So for a lot of people that maybe they're sharing a vehicle for the family, or they don't have a vehicle at the time, or maybe they just don't want a vehicle. There's public transportation up there, so they'll literally shop the store, take the cart home with them. And people have always asked me, like, why don't you arrest these people? And my outlook on it is it's a competitive advantage, because some of these stores don't let you take carts home. So maybe a customer that would get on the bus or get a whatever and get a ride and go somewhere else and get their groceries and take them home from there, they know they can use the cart, so they come to the store and use the cart. But like when I tell people that part of my weekly schedule, we're making sure that somebody's on schedule to go around and collect carts in Katanning. They're like, wait, what? You collect carts? Yeah, and people know. If you're done with the cart, you leave it in the alley or you leave it outside, and we go around, we collect the carts, we bring it in. It's a constant situation. I always think it's like, I always try to make a fun thing out of everything. It's like you're an old West wrangler. Your cows get dispersed and you got to do roundup. So first of the month is always very busy for us. So before the first of the month, we do roundup, get all the carts back in. But the part of the stereotype that I think is wild, and I've seen this a lot lately in downtown Katanning, and if you're in downtown Katanning at our store, if everything's clean, lights clean, no construction vehicles, you just have a clean, smooth track, it is about 10 minutes to get from our store to the competitors up on the hill outside of town, in the complexes, in the plazas. And I'm seeing more and more in town carts from like Walmart in town. Not a ton, but enough. Like I'm talking 5 or 6 to where it created a dynamic where I actually went into Walmart, talked to the one manager, and I said, hey, I own the store in Katanning. I collect carts for the store. Your carts, I'm seeing them here and there. Versus you having to collect them. If I gather them, put them into my cart corral, which is outside the store, let my customers use them or whatever, not use them, you just come and get them whenever you want. And they said, yeah, that's great. So it's funny because for those people or somebody, like, not only am I collecting my carts now, I'm collecting every cart. And it reminds me of an old John Wayne movie for the John Wayne fans out there. If you're too young to know John Wayne, look up John Wayne movies. He was the OG of Westerns, but John Wayne movie, I'll never forget it. He was there branding his cattle. There was other people's cattle. And he was just like, I don't have time to separate these cows. I'm just going to round them all up, take them to Kansas, and if somebody calls me out, I'll give them money for it. So he would say, there's another person's brand them. So he'd brand his brand over top. I think of that when I bring in 3 Walmart carts and I put them in my cart corral, like, hey, you got a cart in my area? It's going in the ground, baby.
I'm branding it.
That's a stereotype. People that take the cart home with them.
Well, it's funny. I like when people, like when I tell people that story, people are like, well, I'm from wherever, and you can get wheel locks. And what they don't realize is a wheel lock's like $100. You get a wheel lock put on it. The people that put wheel locks on it, the customer will push that cart until the wheel goes flat.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, the wheel locks won't help you. Yeah, it doesn't help you. I mean, they'll struggle pushing that car with a locked wheel until the wheel falls off instead of carrying the groceries.
And the other thing, let's face it, too. Do I see people every week pushing their laundry home in one of my carts? Yeah. Do I stop and tell them, hey, where are you going with this? Please don't do this in the future, but where are you going with this? They tell me, and then I come and I pick up the cart. Sometimes I even help with their laundry upstairs.
That's nice, yeah.
Yeah, thanks. But the main thing is, it's not all about like dollars and cents when you're a small business. It's about, interacting with the customer in a way that the big boys won't.
Right.
So, the thing I always think about when you talk about wheel locks, when you talk about banning, arresting, there are times where you got like a mother of 4, single mother of 4, and she's working full time, and she's shopping, and she's got 3 kids with her. She doesn't have a vehicle, and she needs that cart to get her groceries home. So Like, yeah, there's some abuse. Yeah, it's annoying. But like for those, 30 people every week that rely on it, just let them take the cards home. That's what we've decided on that for the last 20 years, 25 years, 26, 27. Jeez, we're getting old. 27 years.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep doing it because, hey, for that one person that needs it, hey, it's a goodwill thing. But anyways, there are people that take cards home. It's a wild phenomenon to some people. They can't imagine it, but it happens, and it is a lot of stories we'll get to off of that. But I wanted to introduce that to people that have never heard that before.
Oh, the car story's wild.
And now we're going to end today's episode with one of my just personal favorite stories.